Welcome to the DorkLair Collecting live stream. Classic Larry. He was not there when we started the intro. He
right out of nowhere.
Sneaking in. What's going on?
Oh, good deal. Curtis, how you doing, buddy?
Excellent.
Good. Glad to hear it. I'll get to that when we do pickups. So proceed.
Yeah, Larry's got an epic one, and this is the one. Curtis, I think you've seen it. You've seen it by now, right? Yeah, you have. Yep. Yeah. But yeah, so welcome. I'm kind of discombobulated because I forgot that my wife had her book club, so I'm upstairs. Wow. I'm not sure. If I get downstairs early enough, I might do a giveaway. But I just don't have. I'm just like a little discombobulated right now. So, and I don't have my regular microphone and all that. But yeah. Anyway, let's get into this thing. Curtis,
yes.
Some pickups.
Got this, won a Hedgie for best new merchandising channel.
We gotta go.
So
there it is.
Yeah. Cause we're back. So, continue to get some blockies. Defenders just put out, wave 6. So
nice.
A lot of Beast Wars stuff.
Nice.
Now, are you only doing Defenders? Or are you doing Galaxy at all?
Yeah, I'm just doing Defenders.
Okay.
So, I do have one Galaxy, which is Metroplex, because I think the big size works with the Defenders.
Oh yeah. And Triptychon is in the new. I like that. Oh man. Oh, Astro Train.
Yeah, these are fun, man. They're pretty fun. I ended up getting this nail polish holder that I put on the wall for all the blockies, so it makes it pretty nice.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, it looks great.
And then just one more. So, all right, this is stupid of me, but this is the Barry Allen McFarlane Flash figure that I had. But I spent $30-something to get this new one that's the exact same, except for the logo has the black outline around it. So, yeah.
You're talking to the guy who buys doubles of stuff on purpose and sometimes quadruples by accident. I don't think that's stupid.
I was like, it's pretty much the same, but I like the black outline a little bit more.
Yeah. Little minor upgrade.
Yeah, very small. So that's it.
How about you, Larry?
I had obviously a bigger week. I mean, you guys know I had my birthday a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to get to
birthday.
Thank you. I'm saving the best for last.
Can we say your age here? It's a big one.
Yeah, the big 50.
Yeah.
Nice.
Half a century.
We're born in the same year, but
Yeah.
I get to spend the next, 8 months or whatever being a year younger than you.
Just
still 40-something,
Yeah, 40-something.
My brother's so funny. He's 4 years younger than me, and I still call him kid. He's still kid to me, 46-year-old grown man. And we're talking on my birthday, and he just stops, dramatic Shatner-like pause, and just goes, "You're old." There you have it. But no, I had a pile of loot come in. And I had the 2 of the Transformers 1 MDLXs from 3.0. I got the Prime and Megatron, and both of these come with the pieces to be either Orion packs or Megatron. So they both come with alternate heads, alternate chest plates, alternate shoulder pads, alternate weapons. And then Megatron even comes with, so Prime comes with the Matrix for when he turns from packs to Prime, and Megatron comes with 2 different transformation cogs, because he started with whichever one he got when they discovered the dead Primes, and then when he killed at the end and took Megatronus Spark. He's got that one as well. So the three the 3-0 MDLXs, they just continue to be incredible. I absolutely love that line. If I had to just say, okay, I'm only going to do one non-transforming line, because I still pick up some YOLO Park and, of course, the Blokies. But if I had to do just one non-transforming line, I'd stick with the 3-0. I absolutely love those things. They're fantastic.
Yeah. Were those the first two Transformers 1 MDLX figures, or did they do Bumblebee or something yet?
I think they've done Bumblebee and RC as well, but those were the two that I ordered. I'll probably eventually get all of them, but I've got Red Alert is supposed to be coming this month, just like the G1, their hybrid style. Red Alert's supposed to be coming, and I think Urge is this month too, so I'm going to wait for those. One of my goals for this year is to break my habit of I've got to pre-order it the second it goes up for pre-order, because with 65-70% of the stuff that we buy, if you can just do without it for a few months, you can get it for 25, 30, 40% off. And I'm trying to be more mindful of that and be a little more intelligent about my purchases.
Know which stuff that works with and which stuff
it doesn't grab, and so I say that, and then everything else that I bought was full price. I picked up Galaxy Wave 8, which has it's the first stuff from the movie. It's got Hot Rod and Optimus Prime and the Unicron head and the last Dinobot sludge. It's got a couple other things. It's got the Sharkticon. It's a really nice set. And I've never gotten any of the specials. I don't know now, in the Defender line, Curtis, do they have the special figure in each one?
Yeah, so each set has 4. It has 2 what they call like medium rares, and then 2 special rares.
Okay.
So if you buy a box of 12, you're guaranteed 1 of the 4 rares.
Okay. So the way the Galaxy works is there are 9 in each one, and if you buy the box of 9, you're guaranteed 1 of each, and you may or may not get the special rare. I have not gotten a special rare until this set, which is the one special rare I didn't want. I just wanted the plain Optimus Prime, but I got the half dead, half alive. So I'll have to go on eBay and get the regular Optimus Prime. But it just continues with that Galaxy. I love them. The only thing is they're starting to, maybe you can see them from here. No, you really can't because of the glare. They're the spot that I have allotted for them, they've completely taken over. So, and I have to figure that out. I might have to buy something like what you have and mount on the wall above it. And then the other things in my pile of loot: Studio Series 86 Wind Charger. Nice. And these Studio Series just continue to knock it out of the park. And then
I got Wind Charger. I don't know, like the transformation, I didn't enjoy it. Like, I don't know.
Did you not? I liked it. I thought it was different. It took me a little while to figure the feet out when I was putting it back in robot mode. But I think the one that we will agree was just perfection from top to bottom is this guy.
Hell yeah.
Man, I cannot wait to replace all 3 of my Seekers, all 3 of my Cone Heads, and I really hope they give us a Sunstorm because that's my favorite Seeker. Yeah. But this guy is just, and what a fun transformation. It's simple.
That one I enjoyed.
I like that one a lot. But my favorite thing that I purchased this week, I do not understand why my light keeps timing off. I don't know what's going on there. Was Nucleon Quest Convoy. So this is MPG 16. This is basically the Nucleon Quest. Okay, I'm about to get hot here. This is getting what in the all right. Anyway, what's funny,
just leave it off.
I'm just gonna leave it. So what's funny is with the God Genrai in the Japanese canon, this one is not Optimus Prime. This is just a dude in Transtector armor who happens to is a truck driver who becomes a Power Master that gets into a mode that happens to look like Optimus Prime, or in Japan, Convoy. But this actually is Convoy, And it throws some people off because we've gotten used to every time we see a Black Optimus Prime, it's Nemesis Prime, but you'll notice he's got the Autobot symbols. He has the blue eyes. And this thing's fantastic. One of the gripes that I had with the first, the God Genrai, was when you put the cab into the superstructure for the big robot, it didn't settle in properly. And it was really hard to get that head mounted. I had to mess with that thing for probably an hour to get it done correctly. And I said, okay, I'm never taking it out of this mode again. The Nucleon Quest Convoy, if anyone's thinking about picking it up, it went together perfect. Just absolutely no issues whatsoever. And this thing's been a pleasure.
Nice.
And then the last thing, and I'm going to try to turn my light back on for this. This was my 50th birthday. So my wife reached out to Bill. And Bill, you'll have to recount because I've got it written down. All the folks that were responsible for this. But obviously, everyone here knows I'm a toy nerd. My bodybuilding. Also know I'm a wrestling fan. And actually, when I was in college at UNC Chapel Hill, I wrestled for an independent wrestling federation. So for my birthday, my wife had commissioned an action figure of me. And this facial likeness, it blows me away. You guys managed to find a body that the structure, the muscle bellies, the insertions, very similar to what I look like when I'm in shape. And then, of course, I'm always wearing a black zip-up hoodie and a black beanie. So she put those, and here's how well my wife knows me. When she got the belt, she got the Brock Lesnar version, which is the version. You can probably see it back there. That's the version that I have down there on the floor in the back. I have the Brock Lesnar plates on mine. So not only does she support my habit, but she knows me well enough to know exactly what I want, exactly what I like. And so, Bill, you can talk through all the folks that were involved in this thing, because this thing went through a lot of hands to get to
let's pull up your photos. So I have your photos here.
Okay.
Give people a better look. So here's let's kind of like flip through some of these.
I'm going to put it back in the packaging, show them the packaging that you put together as well.
Yeah, I'm just kind of going through. That's a good one for kind of seeing.
Do you know what the base body was?
It's a Dark Wolf. It's Frazetta Girls Dark Wolf.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Which is it's the first piece I've had from them. And this is going to open up another rabbit hole because the buck for this thing is unbelievable. It's such the plastic, the way the joints feel, are all great. And then this is how it looks in the package. Oh, you got it right there. Never mind. There you go.
Nice.
That's your photo. So yeah, I wanted to try to do it packaged, but it just didn't work out. Like we were talking about like doing an ultimate Mattel figure or whatever they're called. Are they called Ultimates?
Ultimate. Yeah.
We were talking about doing that, and it just, I don't know, I couldn't really figure out like how to print, and I don't know, just didn't work out.
She said basically you guys wound up running out of time.
Yeah, pretty much. Like if I had a lot more time, I might have been able to like figure it out.
Yeah.
And then here's so let's go through. So I contacted Josh Brown Customs, and I said, do you know anybody who, this was, obviously like Steph contacted me and said, I'd like to make a figure. And it was a little tight timeline because it was for a custom, she contacted me in maybe November or early December.
I think she said it was sometime before Thanksgiving.
Okay. Yeah. So it was like mid-November or so. And then I'm like, okay, let's see if we can pull this off. So I got in touch with Josh and I said, do you know anybody who would be willing to do a sculpt, like just commission a sculpt? So he recommended Jeremy Wilson, Monster Machine Creations, and he nailed it. Steph sent him a bunch of pictures, and it's awesome. It came out so good. So he did the sculpt, and then Josh Brown printed a bunch of them, and then I sent those. So I also, I contacted Noah Pratt, and I said, Noah, would you be willing to do a paint, to do a paint job?
And let me interject and say the pictures do not do either the sculpt or the paint job justice on this thing.
Yeah, it's it's a little tricky to photograph, but he did a good. This is Noah's picture, and I think this photo's great. But what was I going to say? Yeah, and so Josh sent a number. He printed a number of sizes and then sent them to Noah, and so we kind of were able to get the exact right size head. And then Noah sent it. I sent Noah the body, and he paint matched it and all that stuff, and then he sent it all back, and I kind of put it all together. And we bought a few of the items on eBay, some custom cloth goods on eBay. Let me share this one here. I did have I shown you this one yet, Larry?
Yeah, I've got that one.
Yeah, so I did take one photo before I boxed it up.
After I took all the pictures, Steph goes, "You need to get some of those cool backgrounds like Bill has. His pictures look great."
You need to buy a wagon.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, a yard cart. Yep. Yeah. So that's the Larry figure, and those guys killed it. So Monster Machine Creations did the sculpt, digital sculpt, and then Josh Brown Customs printed it, and then Noah Pratt painted it, and they all killed it. I just put it together. Like, I didn't do any of the customizing or anything. It was like I was project manager or something.
I was going to say, you're the project manager over here.
Yeah. But yeah, it came out so good. And Josh Brown's here right now. Check it out. Seriously, that likeness is insane. Yeah.
So I'll tell you guys this. I was asking her because, she was showing me some of the scans and renders that they had been going back and forth on email because, so many iterations they went through. And I was like, I don't have any pictures of me from these angles. So she took a bunch of pictures that we had. Then she would wait till I fell asleep. I'm taking a nap.
Oh my God.
And so she's taking pictures
she didn't tell me that.
This angle and this angle and this angle. So
that's
you wonder how everything is so accurate is because she was leaving nothing to chance. Nothing at all. But
she's thorough. Yeah, she is.
I'll tell you guys this, and Bill's heard this story. When Steph and I first met, I've seen her in the gym several times, and she was one of those women that, you show up to the gym, you always hope she's there so you can catch a glimpse, but I never imagined actually speaking to her. I'm not punching that far above my weight class. I'm not in the but then we started talking, and I was like, okay, we're having great conversations, getting to know each other. And at this point, still the furthest thing from my mind was that we would ever be dating. I was like, gym buddies, that's cool. So I'm telling her about the podcast, and she comes back the next day or whatever the next day in the gym was. She goes, I listened to several episodes of you guys' podcast. I really enjoyed it. And I was like, are you real? And so, one thing led to another, but I said that to say this, she's always been really supportive of the things that I enjoy. And in this collecting space where a lot of guys either have to hide it from their wives or justify it to their wives or feel like their wives are putting up with it, I feel so blessed to have someone that enjoys it along with me. Like I was transforming the Nucleon convoy. She came in a little bit ago, and she was like, he comes in black? That's awesome. And, and just sitting here talking through that with me. But yeah, it's a present that I don't think I can ever surpass. So, got to try, but I doubt I'll ever get there.
It's funny because do you remember she came on the podcast? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
She came on when we were watching Mando, right? And we were
actually come on once before when Rise of Skywalker came out.
That's right. Yeah. That's crazy, man. That goes way back.
Yeah. It makes you think how long we've been doing this.
Right. Yeah. Cool. I'm glad you like it. Like,
oh my gosh, I love it. I told her, I was like, Bill is directly responsible for if like something bad happened and I could only grab a handful of things, the two things that you've been involved in, that War Duke and this figure, those are two of the things that I would grab.
Got my fingerprints on them. Yeah.
I love that thing.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad. And like, you own that sculpt. Like that's, you own that sculpt. So if you ever wanted more or you wanted to sell them or anything like that, like that's your sculpt now. So
we'll have to see if I hit it big at some point, and then we can go from there. But yeah, it's amazing. You guys did those guys did just such an amazing job putting it together. And Bill, I really appreciate everything you did to facilitate it. It was
my pleasure.
Yeah, she rendered between the surprise party, and that's something else I didn't mention to everyone. I had been away at work all week at our national meeting on the West Coast, and I flew back that night. And we had talked about maybe going out to get a bite to eat because I was actually flying back on my birthday. And I was so tired. I didn't want to go anywhere. So I get back to the house, and she answers the door. She's wearing this dress and these boots. And I was like, well, I guess we're going out to eat. And I get in the house, and then suddenly there are like 30 people scream surprise. And so she had put together, so 2 times in one night, she rendered me speechless. She said, you were really surprised? I said, sweetheart, I said, if I was any more surprised, I wouldn't be making 51. They got me.
Yeah, it's cool. And I'm glad, like I was a little hesitant because the Dark Wolf it's very dark, but when you do the tan for posing, like
it's very accurate.
Like that, yeah, like that's kind of how it looks, and it's got a little sheen to it and whatnot. So it worked out. It worked out really well, honestly.
Yeah. I mean,
when I first saw it, I was like, that's a competition Larry right there.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you look at I don't know if you really can't see how
but yeah,
dark
you can tell how dark, yeah.
But I mean, the skin tone is exactly what I was when I walked on stage. It's amazing how accurate everything is.
Nice.
Very cool.
Haven't really gone through the chat here. Let me just shout out some names here. We had Dave Orkin. We had is this Jeff Evans? Is this Jeff right here?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. We had Recon Rage. Michael Casper is here. The Hitman Horton, Kirby, Brian Carr, Josh Brown, Blurred Concepts, Brick Something, TJ Williams, Jeremy Govier, Charlie Squared, Freaks Figures, Mike V.
That's him.
And Curtis, please.
That would be James Studio Sasamudio. Oh.
Jesse Marshall, Ryan Clark, William Husted, Bill Varus. That seems like a new name. Twizzler's in the house. Darla is here and also on this podcast right now. Dylan, Omar, Ben G, that is. Let's see here. Uncarded Reviews. Chris Sartori, Steve Wegling, The Toy Forge. Who else? Thomas Belay. Oh, Snappage. Who else? Did I say Freaks Figures? Articulated Times. Bob Bobson.
Mm-hmm.
Bob Bobson. Steph is here. Amateur Hour. I think I said Blurred Concepts. Let's see. Well, what is this? Abe Bacola Abiola.
Sure.
V-Dog. Laura says, I didn't know you were a wrestler.
Yep. I've done a whole lot of stuff.
Guisa is here. Ripe for Valhalla. Fog and Fantasy. Let's see.
Full
Anybody
House.
else? What's that?
Full House. They must have thought you were doing a giveaway.
I know. I might later. I just
You have to get downstairs now.
Rocco's here. What's up, Rocco? The County, Tiffany, Kevin Sharp, Mecha Rekka, and we are up to date here. So let's go in here and talk about some RPG action. So we got the new logo, which I prefer. I like the book myself more than I like the die in terms of like just representing RPG, because it's like the die is a tool, the book is the game. You know what I mean? That's where the game is. It's in the book. So I kind of prefer that.
I can see that.
And I like the type, the typeface. I think it's
where it's like the cracked letters and stuff.
Yeah, and it's a little boxier and like just a little more in your face, which I think you want when you have like a book. Like, so here's the new kind of like current version. I don't think that's going to be the picture, because those are all like except for the paladin up front, like those are all like random other figures, and they have figures for the game, so I think it'll be a different picture, right? But yeah, it just it sticks out more. It's thicker text. I do like the bar at the top. I feel like you could have a couple different books, maybe with like a different color, right, of text and bar, and then it would just like look good together. So
yeah, like different adventures and stuff as they, there'll be add-ons down the road and stuff like that. So
yeah. And then they kind of, I guess, is this I don't know if it's the full reveal, but they just revealed more about the cleric and then the add-on pack, right?
Yeah, they switched it because it was originally going to be a paladin with an add-on pack to make it a cleric, and they changed it to make it a cleric with the add-on pack that makes it the paladin. So,
okay, cool.
I've heard a couple different things. Jeremy said kind of the cleric is like one of the main professions, but I've also heard that there might be some confusion with the San Diego Comic-Con paladin cleric.
Oh, right,
just kind of throwing the cleric out there first with the add-on pack being the paladin. So
right, that makes sense.
He did talk about the San Diego Comic-Con one. That it will be available during the Kickstarter, but apparently it sounds like it's going to be bundled with certain options.
Right.
So it's not going to be just go in and order that. Like, it's going to be with certain tiers and stuff. So
yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's like when you're selling figures in a Kickstarter that's trying to fund a game, you want like the money to be going towards the game and not like everybody just putting money towards figures, right?
Well, he did say that like the bundles will cost less than what the San Diego Comic-Con Paladin is selling for now. So you not only will you get the figure, but you'll get all the other stuff for the same price that you'd pay for
that
it
it's
now
selling
on eBay.
now,
So, or less.
Right. That's cool. I will say that I actually do like when it comes to the deluxe set, the San Diego set, I like the paladin look, but when it comes to this one, I do like the cleric look better.
I like the cleric look on both. I really love the book on the chain. I don't know, for some reason, I don't read, but for some reason I like a figure with a book.
It's
Bill,
fantasy. It's a fantasy, Curtis.
I'm looking at your beard and mustache and the cleric's beard and mustache, and I can't help but see why a little bit of the bias there.
I'm pretty bushy right now.
It's getting out there. Just gives you a red hood and some armor, you'll be good to go.
Yeah. Right, and so that it'll have the character pack, and then they showed the chainmail head. Did they say that that's going to be in some sort of heads pack or something?
I don't remember that part.
They just had like the chainmail. They showed another picture of the figure, and it had the chainmail head on. And I think there's been so much information.
I think it might have just been showing that these faceplates will swap into there.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. And then they have the Elven Rogue. And this is all we kind of know. We don't know like what kind of character pack, like what it's going to convert to. You said he might have been dropping hints on the stream the other
Trevor
night.
Just said it will be in a heads pack. So
okay, will be.
There you go.
Cool. And I saw somebody recently saying, "Hey, where can I get these?" So I think it's cool to get that in a heads pack because right now the figures that come with it are kind of hard to find.
I kind of figured a heads pack would make a lot of sense because there's so many races in the game that you'll be able to play. They're not going to make a figure for each one of those races.
Yeah.
So having a heads pack that would allow you to turn, like, let's say this figure you wanted to make it into an orc or something. You could do that.
Mm-hmm. So. Totally. And so this is what we know so far. We know that these 4, Cleric, Rogue, Fighter, Wizard, are sort of like the ones that they're going to have character sheets for. Is that correct? And they're sort of like the 4 core.
I don't know. They just said kind of the 4 core. So
okay. And we know the Cleric has swap out parts for Paladin. We don't know what, if anything, the Rogue is going to swap out into, or the Fighter.
He did say that it's a quick swap to make it a Ranger. But he didn't actually say that the character pack for this is a Ranger. So, I mean, pretty highly, like threw it out there as a hint that it's a Ranger, but he didn't, we haven't seen that yet. So,
Bill says the elf is Kaipacha's body. It's Kaipacha. It's a lot of Kaipacha's part, but the torso is not Kaipacha's torso. It's a different torso.
Yeah, the torso is the what is
Scapular
it? Scapular too. Yeah.
So, but I did see Kirby. I think it was Kirby. He posted like a picture of splicing Kaipacha and this guy, and they're like mirror colors. So like Kaipacha's got black torso and like brown arms and like black gloves and so it's like a reverse kind of thing in terms of like the colors, which I thought was kind of neat. So you could take the two and make a totally like brown figure and then like a totally black figure. As
someone that didn't load up on Kaipacha's, I'm pretty excited for that because instead of that body, I get this one for $30 and it's got black limbs. I will be buying a lot of that figure.
I wonder if everything will be 30. Like if all 4, assuming that's what they're doing, is like they're
so far the 2 that we've seen we know are $29.99 or $30.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So like if they do a wizard, will we see like a new body of some sort? Because they probably wouldn't do cloth goods for 30, right?
I don't know.
Or maybe they could.
They are trying to keep the cost down, so I would say that any soft goods are probably going to be in an accessory pack if they did it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
It would be kind of neat to see a new, like maybe torso and skirt or something that make it a sculpted wizard,
Yeah.
So I tried to make some predictions here, and somebody mentioned dwarf over here.
I do think we'll probably get a shorter, like dwarf-like body. I don't think we're going to get a 2.0. I think. For a lot of folks, or for some folks that they've never bought Mythic Legion figures before, this is going to be their first entry into it, and I think they're going to want all the parts to be able to swap. And so I think everything is not necessarily going to be 1.0, but 1.0 compatible.
Right.
So like the fighter could be brute scale, but that would still work with 1.0. The wizard maybe could be a dwarf. So yeah, I think it'll all be 1.0 type parts.
Yeah, and like I was thinking they'll probably have a female in here, and they have 1.0 females now too, right? So I made some predictions or just kind of like speculation here. So I imagined maybe, now you're saying it might be probably sounds like Ranger for Rogue, but I was thinking maybe Lore Master, Rogue, and we have a male human, a male elf. So I think a female dwarf would make a really good fighter. And then Barbarian seems like an obvious pairing for a fighter. And then you have Wizard. And I was like, oh, maybe they'll bring in another species. But like you said, they don't necessarily have to, because they could be in heads packs or what have you. They have, it could be a warlock. It could be maybe a monk. It could be... Just trying to think of like unarmored ones, right? Like, or there's sorcerer is another one too. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I think female dwarf is probably right based on the parts that we've got coming.
Yeah.
In the 2-pack, I wouldn't be surprised though if the female dwarf is the wizard and the fighter barbarian is some sort of brute scale type figure.
Yeah, could be.
But I don't think we're going to see bare skin. I think, one thing you've seen with the first two so far is that they're fully clothed, because I think they're going to make everything a head swap away from being another race.
Yeah.
So I don't think we're going to get any bare parts.
Right. That makes sense. Laura's saying Barbarian. Oh,
yeah,
you're saying Gauntlet. Yeah,
it
Gauntlet.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Female ogre. What if first female? I like for this. No, it won't. I don't think they'll do an ogre scale figure, but I would like to see a.
I don't think they're going to do something with. I mean, the head maybe, but I don't. Otherwise, I don't think they're going to tool a whole new body for this. But
no. I mean, they tooled the cleric torso and skirt, so that's why I'm thinking. I wonder if they could do like a wizard.
Yeah, think like Jarund or Jerone, whatever, Jorund, whatever. Trevor always makes fun of me for the way I pronounce it, but like that as a female, I think that would be kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Similar theme, but a different product line. Shifting over to Infinite Legions. They fully revealed and have now up for pre-order the Joe Manganiello's Arkhan the Cruel and Oksana the Relic Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
And they look awesome.
Did find out last night that the legs on Oksana, that the upper part of the leg is actually longer than the normal female leg that we've had.
Yeah, Eric was saying that in that video, and it's like it's a different construction because there's no upper thigh.
Yeah.
So it's a ball joint up there.
Yeah. But it's also just like, I guess they came back at one point and Joe's like, can you make her a little taller? And so they kind of stretched out that upper leg.
Yeah.
Which does make her look a little thick. She's got some meat on her.
Yep.
So
and then we've got some pictures of Arkhan. Now she'll be I guess slightly taller than like a 2.0.
Yeah, they showed actually looked like she was taller than 1.0s.
Oh, really?
Yeah, last night when they were showing it. So
cool. Which is fitting because Arkhan's pretty big. Look how big he is. He's brute scale, but he's bigger than brute scale. Like these are all 1.0 here, and then there he is next to brute scale. So like even next to Calazir, he looks huge. He's like more than a head taller and bigger.
Didn't they put him next to a Rakagor and he was like almost the same size?
Yeah, right here.
That's a big figure then. Because I was just wondering how big. Yeah, they do such an awesome job with anything dragon themed. I mean, I remember all the way back to the MOTU classics when they did Drago Man, and so anytime they do that dragon motif, it's just unreal. And this is another one. I love it. I love their animals. Like what's the lion, the big lion thing that's coming out this year, second quarter? Yeah, I pre-ordered that. Like big, crazy beast, chunky, crazy sculpts like that. This guy I'll end up getting for sure. I love that stuff.
I think what's crazy with this is that it's almost as tall as a Rakagor, but those arms would still pop into a 1.0 body.
Right.
And I wonder what that would look like.
Right, I know. Yeah.
They're going to touch the ground.
Knuckle scraping.
Some people will make some crazy weird things, man. Like it's going to be kind of neat to see what people come up with.
And that was one of the things too Jeremy was talking about last night. He's like most of this will not be used again. Like the tail, probably maybe the feet, but like the legs are specific, the chest is specific, the pauldrons, the head. So, the hand, like a lot of this stuff is super specific to this character, and contractually they're not able to put it back out on something else. So
now, is that the same way with that female figure?
The only thing I think was the torso, because it's got like Arkhan on in the headpiece too, the head and the torso.
I'm looking at. Excuse me. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking about all the Masters homage repaints they do, and I'm thinking, well, here's Evelyn. You know, I don't know if they can use this line for that, but
they did also say that this is not the aesthetic that they go for in Mythic Legions. So
okay, well, that was the other question I was
for them
to
put something out like this, unless it's another like figure obscura or another Infinite Legion, something like that.
Yeah, I think they were saying this is a little on the sexy side for Legion stuff.
Yeah. I don't see why we can't have some thick thighs in Legion.
So anyway, so Arkhan is $75 if you order direct, currently up, and it runs until, do you know the
February
date?
22nd.
February 22nd. Yep. Mm-hmm. And so it's $75 pre-order. The retail price, they're already announcing that, is going to be $100. And then Oksana is $50 pre-order, $60 retail.
50, 59, yeah.
Yep.
And he's $75.99.
Yeah.
So that's reasonable. That's a big chunky figure.
Yeah, I expected it right in that 70, 80 range, you know, as they were revealing it and showing you everything and seeing the size and all that. And then just another little piece of news for Infinite Legions.
This is laughing at Anthony. He said Arkhan's going to make a great dwarf when I'm done with him.
Everything's got to be a dwarf. So Infinite Legions, we were shown the packaging. So here's a look at the box, and I'm realizing that not only will I now be collecting a second in-box set of Figura, but I'm very likely going to be, at least for the Glyos, if they do more Glyos stuff, like at least for these, I'll be keeping them a sealed.
Now they didn't show the Thanos box, right? Do we think it's just in this same box, or do we think it's got its own specific?
They've done color shift, right? Like with the Figuras, where they shift, they have the same exact package, but they just shift the colors. So I don't see why they wouldn't do that, because I mean they're going to have different pictures on the box and stuff, so they could easily just shift the colors, right, and have it kind of be something specific for him.
I mean, the purple already kind of works for that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yep. But maybe the insert might be a different color or something. And there's a close up of that art on the box, and I liked how they talked about how Nate and Matt would go back and forth with the art and stuff. And apparently they were kind of like working on this. Matt brought like the original boxes, like some of the original glass, because their first run of them, they came in boxes.
Yeah, Lewis just said that in the chat. I didn't know that.
And so I guess he had brought some, and then they were like working on that like after hours, like at Legions Con this past year. And
I think it would have been cooler if they delivered all these in just baggies.
Right. I'm actually kind of a big fan of it, because I tend to throw almost every single box away.
Yeah.
So like the less packaging for me, the better, in my opinion. It's just a matter of like, it doesn't show well at a store or at a, show at a con.
I wish they'd send everything in plain brown boxes so I could throw stuff away. I've got a whole attic full of boxes that I can't bring myself to part with.
I would say a quarter of my garage is just filled up with boxes that I said to myself, this is a good box, I got to save it.
That's the whole reason I put all that flooring up in the attic, so we could have some room in the garage.
I could ship out everything that's in my house, and I wouldn't need to go get a single box.
I believe we're part of the same club, and that's embarrassing.
Did either of you guys get any Monster Force figures yet?
I just got the werewolf.
I've got one
or whatever.
I have something of that.
The packaging on those, and it makes sense because Chris is involved, and his Biblical Adventures boxes are incredible. But the packaging on those is like next level. It's so good on those Monster Force figures.
The first thing that I ordered was that Reaper, the skeleton in the red robe. And I ordered that because that's an homage to a G.I. Joe cover, but that's not coming until third quarter this year.
And then this might be the last Horseman bit of news. Tomorrow, there's a lot of stuff going on tomorrow. Tomorrow, there's address changes due. So that means This wave is shipping very soon. Next couple weeks, it'll start shipping. So that's awesome. Rising Suns, super pumped.
Which means we get to start seeing where's my shipping notices post in the wall. So yay.
For a long time too.
Like everywhere.
Because it's a big wave, and it's one of those big ones where people ordered a lot, and it's gonna take a long time to ship.
We got a little insight too on the RPG time frame that it sounds like they're gonna start it before Zolo and end it shortly after Toylanta.
Right.
So
it kind of sounds to me like it'll probably end Easter weekend, which would be like the 4th and the 5th, because that's the weekend after Toylanta. So I would imagine somewhere in there.
Because they did say they want to bring all of the stuff to both of those shows and try to drum up some excitement while the Kickstarter's still going on.
Yeah, I loved doing the Bayathier videos, and
are they going to have a presence at Toy Fair in a couple weeks?
They did last year, right?
It wasn't on their schedule, but that doesn't mean that they aren't doing it.
I hadn't heard anything. That's why I was asking. And I know like that's been the big news and everything with like Hasbro and, with G.I. Joe and Transformers and things like that. And I realized I hadn't heard them say anything.
If they do, I don't think it would be really like to announce anything. I mean, like they're going to be announcing RPG stuff for the next couple weeks, right? Like they're going to be revealing stuff over the next few weeks, but yeah, I don't know that you would see like a Mezco at Toy Fair where they're like revealing like 20 figures or some craziness. I don't, even if they go, I think
they got the Wonderfest this weekend in
That's
Japan.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on. Hasbro Korea had a big live stream today with some Transformers news. And then, like you said, that next week, there's going to be a lot of news over the next few weeks.
Quick reminder to check out the Ashen Oath Kickstarter. It's still just like the sign up to be notified page, but that's kind of how this thing gets promoted on, like gets traction on Kickstarter. But he just crossed 500, so congrats, Brian, on that. That's awesome. And very much looking forward to this project here.
Yeah, it's very, very Brian Burkish.
Yeah, he has a style, that is for sure.
Yep.
God Beast tomorrow, and this is actually a little scoop here. I don't think he posted these yet. He only posted a video of like flashing back and forth between the two colorways of these figures. But Marty and MJ, God Beast and Funkatello, they have a Glyos drop tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern time. And so you have the Sectivorian and the Mammoth Monster in the stealth clear white, or just the clear stealth colorway with some red eyes. And then you have the same two in this is the Origin. So this is a dark gray with dark gray plastic with glossy black, and then that kind of like bone white and then red as well. It's actually the same colorway as this guy. So this is the Origin Anti-Faden from Legion's Con. This is based on Treadaway's original Anti-Faden or Evil Faden. So it's going to match this guy for swaps. I don't know if there's going to be anything else. He did send me these, but I didn't ask him to. I didn't say, hey, is there anything else? I just said, can I get the 4 that you've already revealed? So, it'll be a surprise. I don't know if there's more than this or if it's just these 4 or what, but. Tomorrow night at 9 for God Beast, and I'll be getting all 4 of these, and I'm still complete on these 2 sculpts, so like I haven't yet skipped any, so and I'm not skipping these 2, but we'll see if there's anything else tomorrow night. I was shocked that they hadn't done a Superman yet. This is the Mondo 6-scale animated series figures, right? And I think this is their first Superman.
Yeah, they've done a lot of Marvel, but they haven't done a ton of DC stuff. So
yeah, but they've done all the Batman the animated series.
I was gonna say I remember the Batman stuff. I haven't seen any Superman. Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to share that. Somebody had asked to share that. I don't collect these or anything, but they look awesome.
They do. They look really good.
Take up a lot of space, that's for sure.
Yeah, just look at the shelf behind me. Mondo makes some pretty stuff, but you just can't collect everything you want to. There's not enough real estate.
I'm on the lookout for a Mondo Buzz Off. That's the one that I regret not getting last year.
I still want that one too.
I can't believe you didn't get that one, Bill.
I ended up getting the Sofubi style one or whatever. Yeah. And I still have that, but like I want the original. I'll get it at some point. It's not too crazy on the aftermarket.
No, most of that stuff isn't. The only thing that really that you end up paying through the nose for with Mondo, if you don't get it ahead of time, is the timed editions.
Right.
Sometimes they'll release more stock later on, so I've got a notification up for that one. So if they put more on there, I'll get an email.
I think it might have been Beastman. That or the new Scareglow. One of the more recent ones I got, I completely spaced out on when the deadline was and I missed it. And I sent them an email and I said, hey, you can look at my customer record and see, I buy from you guys regularly. I miss this. Just if you have any kind of a queue where you can put in requests, like if you have leftover customer service stock. So after the product release, maybe 4 weeks after it had released, they reached out and they said, hey, we've got a leftover CS stock for you if you still want it. So they're a good, my experience with them has been very good.
Nice.
I wanted to bring this up. Benny says his Acid Rain stuff is in his pile of loot. Is it? So... Because mine, I think I checked this morning and it hadn't hit my pile of loot yet. Did that just hit today, Benny? Because I'm ready to ship because I have Studio Series Soundwave. I have are they MDLX? I have the Iron Man figure from 3.0. I forget if they're called DLX or MDLX.
It's MDLX. The DLX is the 1/6 scale.
Yeah, so I have that. I have an Iron Man in there, and then I've just been waiting. I want to get that Soundwave so bad, but I've been waiting for these Acid Rain figures. So hopefully they're hitting now. He says this version sold out on the first day.
And referencing what old Snappage had to say, I can hear Gilbert Gottfried's voice when I look at this silly thing.
Yes. Okay. Hit today. All right. Cool.
I just, as Larry was talking, I forgot that I know somebody at Mondo, so I just messaged him and said, "Hey, by the way, got any of those around?"
Nice. And speaking of Mondo, and this is where, like, if they do a 2000X buzz off, it might scratch that itch for me. But I haven't placed an order for this, but I am gonna get this because it's timed edition only. There's no regular edition. Yeah. At least they haven't announced one yet. So I'll probably get this. Looks awesome. It's been revealed for a while now, but
they're killing that 2000X line.
Yeah.
Yeah, the price is just a little bit too high for me to do. Like, if I wasn't doing the 1/6 stuff, I could maybe do it, but I can't do both.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything. I mean, that's pricey. It's a great product, but it's pricey. And then you've got Transformers. All their classes went up this year. Everything's just creeping.
For sure. Creeping.
Yep. Decisions need to be made.
Did either of you guys get in on the new Ghost Rider today?
No,
I'm not much of a Legends collector.
Same.
I'm not either, but that one looked pretty cool. I was tempted, I gotta admit.
I'll buy the odd, like, cool thing here and there, like if there's a Wolverine I really love, or like anytime Cable comes out, or like that Doctor Doom that came out a couple years ago. Like, I'll pick up something like that.
Nice.
I have my moments of Marvel Legends, but I always end up like pumping brakes and be like, okay, this is such a rabbit hole. Like, I just have to like back away. But anyway, so speaking of 6-inch figures, these Chronicles are going to be 6-inch. They're not going to be Masterverse size.
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy the movie figures. I already know. Even if I love the movie, I don't really see myself buying the movie figures. I would rather have like classic or other representations of Master stuff. But these figures look pretty good for what they are. Like retail.
So, did you guys talk about the new trailer when you recorded week before last?
We did, yeah. What are your thoughts, Larry?
I was hoping that you were going to be here for that episode.
I can't believe I'm going to say this. I'm really excited for it. I really am. I hate anything taking place on Earth, but the way that it looks like they're working it in, and it's going to be like, from what I've heard from people in the know, they're going to be to Earth and back before halfway through the first act. So it's not going to be like the old movie where that's where the bulk of the action takes place. I love the fact that they're using it to reference Marlena Glenn's origin. She was an astronaut from Earth, as were Triclops and Beastman and Evelyn. They were all part of the same crew. I hope they reference that from the original series Bible. Right. So obviously they're referencing Marlena being from Earth. Adam's there. I love all the Easter eggs in it, like the barbarians there in the store, the big thing that was holding the sword. I think the characters look great. What we've seen of Trapjaw and Beastman, Evelyn, Skeletor, those all look great. I'm curious to see how Roboto ends up looking in, when it really, because I've seen the still. I think Man at Arms looks great. I think I like the way they've done like everything, even to having Adam wearing that kind of that pinkish colored shirt when he's on Earth.
Yeah.
And they've done a lot there. And the biggest reason that I have hope for this movie is because of the guy who wrote it and is directing it. It's the same guy that did Bumblebee. And the folks on this movie care about the property. They're fans. They have a passion. They know it. They understand it. And everything I've seen gives me hope. Now, would I like for them to go in and do a little bit of Thor, Love and Thunder, digital bulking up? Yeah, I wish they would just round him out a little bit more, make him a little bit
I can
bigger.
See that. Yeah.
Because I hate to break it to anybody, but that was not Chris Hemsworth. That was not 100% USDA. But I wish they would go in, bulk He-Man up a little bit. And I don't think he needs to look like Dorian Yates or anything like that, but just bulk him up a little bit. But everything else looks great. The landscapes, the weapons, the vehicles. I'm excited. I really am. And I was so hesitant whenever my finger hovered over to click play whenever the thing dropped. So I was like, I'm either going to really like it or I'm going to get really, really, really pissed off. And there's going to be no in between. And I had to watch it twice because the first time I watched it, I was like, did I just like that? Did Hollywood make something that didn't make me want to bury my money in the backyard? So I think it looks fun. I think it looks like the people who put it together know and understand the property. I think it looks like they care. And I think it looks like it was made by fans. And I think that's going to make all the difference. And we need something like that.
I'm trying not to get too excited because I don't want to go in with my hopes high. I want to go in with low expectations.
I've been hurt before.
But it's hard because that trailer was really good.
It really was. It really was. I'm cautiously optimistic, but I'm afraid this time around I'm more optimistic than I am cautious. So that's how heartbreak happens. So we'll see what happens in June.
That Trapjaw looks amazing.
Oh my god,
it does.
So good.
That's the one on here that I'm like that. Like of all of these, none of them really catch my eye, honestly. But Trapjaw looks great.
Yeah.
If I had to nitpick, I don't like the fact that I can see Skeletor's neck. I need his skull to float.
The one thing I thought was funny though, you got Tila had a gun, Triclops had a gun. Like all these people have guns, and then you get to Trapjaw, who should have a gun, and he's
got a hook.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure.
Have we seen the accessories? Like maybe he comes with.
I'm sure he'll have
a
all
hook
of his
and
stuff.
a clamp, and that's all I've seen so far. So.
And then Battle Cat.
The only thing I've seen that I absolutely hate is Battle Cat's mask. I do not like that design even a little bit.
Yeah.
So, but the battle cat that they rendered in the preview, just the tiger itself looked really good.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm like I said, I'm cautiously optimistic, but it looks like something that's could be a good time.
So Masterverse is kind of continuing, right? Larry, have you read anything about this?
So the way I understand it, yeah, it is, but they're going to have like 3 different lines going. There's going to be the Chronicles, there's going to be Masterverse, and then there's going to be Origins as well. And I don't know how that's going to shake out. That's the way I understand it.
I saw an article that said that they're going to have they're going to kind of maybe have classic stuff. It said vintage Masterverse or something like that. Like they're going to kind of have like classic stuff maybe in Masterverse. I don't know, but that's all. I mean, if they're going to go into a new scale, they might as well just throw it all into the new scale. I kind of feel like, but then
it kind of sounds like a lot of what they're going to be doing is going to fall into that new scale, which
but then
a lot of people seem to be upset about.
And you also have to remember they're getting ready to take over the DC license as well. So how much, like, I don't know how that's all. Are they trying to make everything uniform across? I don't know.
Right.
And if you're a historian, you will remember that the last time Mattel had the DC license, they kicked MOTU to the curb and pawned them off on Super 7 because there was more money to be made on the DC side. And only after they lost the license did they kind of swipe that back from Super 7 and say, well, we need to put something on the shelf, so I guess this property will do. So I don't know if history is an indicator. I would say that DC is going to get their primary focus. So
I can honestly say, I mean, I love Masters. I've got so much Master stuff, it's ridiculous. But I can honestly say I had the complete Classics line. So if they never made anything else Masters, I would be just fine. I've got the complete Classics line. I'll pick up the occasional Mondo. I'll pick up the Mondo 2000X, and that'll scratch my attorney itch.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Here we go, Larry. Walk us through some Transformers here.
So we had a couple of reveals. I was kind of hoping we'd save this one for last, but we'll go first. So they revealed I say the final 2 primes. Technically, it's the final 2 primes because we got Vector Prime in Legacy. We're expecting a repack in the Age of the Primes packaging. We don't know if there's going to be a full retool or if it's just going to be a repack. We won't know that. But the last 2 that had not been shown, we finally saw Liege Maximo, who we see here. And I absolutely love this figure. They wanted something that really looked like what was on the last page of the last issue of the Generation 2 comic. And this is it here. And I love what they've done too is so you can really mimic that piece of artwork. Those 2 big horns, those 2 big spikes come off of the back, and you can sit him in the Starscream throne and mount those to the back of the throne.
Oh, interesting.
So you get that exact look from the end of the G2 comic. What I love is I love that ship. That looks like one guy said it looks like an evil satanic green goat head. And once he said that, I can't unsee it. But what I thought the first time that I looked at it, I love Robotech, and my favorite is Series 3 with the Invid. It looks like a big ass Invid space cruiser. And I wanted whatever he transformed into, I wanted it to be something alien, something that didn't look typical. And I think they've just knocked this guy out of the park. He's going to be a leader class. So what is that? They're $60 now. And I can't wait for this guy. I absolutely love everything about this figure.
So this is a highlight. What's this one, Larry?
This one is what we refer to where I grew up as your proverbial fart in church. So Nexus Prime, he's the progenitor of all the combiners. And so there in his chest, you've got the Enigma combination, and we didn't know what we were getting. There was a lot of speculation. I was hoping for something along the lines of, I don't know if you guys remember the other Voltron, the vehicle Voltron.
Right, yeah.
I was hoping for something that broke apart into a bunch of vehicles or something like that. But they went with this, and before they'd even shown what we got the next day, before Mark Colonis had put up what I'm going to reference in a minute. When I looked at this, I thought, wow, that looks a lot like Silverbolt without the back end of, that became the skeleton of Superion. And as it turns out, that's basically what this is meant to turn into, is the upper body version of either Minosaur or rather Motormaster or Silverbolt, or coming up Onslaught, that turns into the torso piece of the skeleton for the other combiners. So Mark Clonis put up on his Instagram, and I don't know if you have a picture of this, he put up this converted Nexus Prime converted into the torso in the Superion skeleton with I think he had Vortex as an arm and Brawl as a leg. He had like different combiners from different teams to show that that's what they want to do with this. But we also found out that in 2027, and they didn't say exactly how they're going to do this, we're going to get recolors of combiner limbs so that he can have like a full red and blue combiner. Okay. Because basically the original, what this is based on, what this character is based on, the Transformers Collector Club, over a course of 5 years, they released a series of 5, I think it was from Combiner Wars, repaints that were in this red and blue and gray scheme. And it wasn't called Nexus Prime, it was called something else, but this is meant to be an homage to that. So in 2027, we're supposed to get limbs that will color match this. I don't know how they're going to do the skeleton, because obviously this guy's just the torso, but this is part of an ongoing. And what I would say is this, and this is what I'm going to do with this guy. I'm going to wait for him to go on sale, because it's going to be 27 before that other stuff goes out. So this guy will go on sale. They'll probably end up going on clearance. So I'm going to wait till it does that. I'm going to buy a couple of them cheap so I can have one just by himself and one to make the combiner with.
Yeah. Yeah. I do think like the bot mode of like this, what I'm looking at right here, not the alt mode, but like I think it's a cool looking.
It is. I'm being hyperbolic. I don't mind the robot mode, and they showed an alternate of the robot mode where those wings on his shoulders come down and attach to the guns, and for some reason that completely changes the look of the figure and makes it look even cooler.
Yeah, it's just like when you have a Transformer, like part of it is wanting both modes to be awesome. And like
the Jet is not.
It's dumb. It's like a brick. It's like a rectangular brick.
But they showed someone, I may have been Mark Clonis as well. Someone put up pictures of that attached to the back end of the Jet mode of Silverbolt, and it fits, and the colors don't match, but it does make it look a little more acceptable.
Right.
But yeah, I think what I thought the first time I looked at it, I thought it just looked like one of the Takara pieces that was a no name that never became a Transformer, like a what is they're doing it again in high end. It's another micro something, but anyway, I thought it looked like that, like an homage to kind of that generic Japanese robot, but it'll find its way into the collection. I just was not nearly excited about it as I was hoping to be.
Yeah. And then a wave. Are these all deluxe? This is a wave of deluxe.
You've got Deluxe and you've got Voyager. The things here that interest me, of course, Swerve. I love what they're doing with the mini bots, and that's a retool of Gears. And Gears was just a standout last year. I think Power Light Glide looks cool, and I'm looking forward to that Cliff Jumper because I missed it the first time. I wasn't going to buy the 4-pack to get it, so I'll be picking that up. The animated stuff, not really my cup of tea, but I do like that they retooled. They used the Trailbreaker mold and retooled, made a really, really good animated or Prime Ratchet.
Right. Yeah. And I think that's it for. This I wanted to pull up because these videos are starting to pop up right now. This is Plastic Crack, or what is it? Plastic Crack. Yep. On Facebook, but you can search YouTube. I'd recommend watching a YouTube video. This thing looks like it came out awesome. And there was a point where I think I saw them on display at a show, and I almost canceled my pre-order for it. But I'm glad I didn't, because this will be my first masterpiece, and I think this thing looks amazing. And just watching the transformation, like everything looks awesome on this thing.
It's a simpler, more intuitive transformation than MP44 was. It scales. It's the exact same size as MP10. I saw pictures of them side by side. It basically looks like they took the MP10, they made the engineering more advanced, and that's where we are. But it's a really, really good looking piece.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. I'm more excited for this. The hot rod they announced looks good, but I'm trying to figure out what they did there. The hot rod looks like they took the Studio Series hot rod and took that engineering and blew it up to masterpiece scale. I'm hoping it's a little more, less underwhelming than that. But this Prime,
that is a good figure. I like that figure.
Oh, it's a great figure,
but
it's just not worth $160 as a masterpiece. No.
Yeah.
This is
there any word of when this is going to hit the U.S.? Like, is this shipping soon?
Hang on, I'll tell you. I can answer that question. MPG 17. That is supposed to arrive in April. So if it's supposed to arrive in April, I would guess mid to late March, because everything's coming in early.
Yeah.
Like this Nucleon Quest Prime, this was actually a little bit late. It was supposed to hit in December and didn't hit till January. That was like the one odd Takara thing for the year, because everything else came early this year.
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about, how there's videos and everything up.
Yep. Yeah, Asia usually beats us by a good, usually 8 to 12 weeks.
Yeah. All right, and then some G.I. Joe stuff here. So this is a wave, right, that they just announced?
Yeah, they just showed the visual renders for this. Yeah. So this is 82, 3, 4, 85 or 86. So yeah, airtight. We're getting close to, for me personally, the first maybe 5 years of the line is what I'm really collecting, and we're getting real close to me being done. He's one of the ones I was waiting for. I can't remember who else is in this line. I think the Ninja Zartan. Who else do you have on here?
All of them, I think. I just wanted to ask, is this a retro? Because this looks like it could be a retro, but is it or no?
Here's the thing. Here's what I think Hasbro's doing. Hasbro's taking the figures that are popular enough to sell more than once. And I'll take Rock and Roll, for instance. They gave him the tan shirt and all this kind of stuff and released him in the regular box. And then they put him in his traditional colors and released him on the retro card. This guy is not the one you're going to buy twice. So he looks retro, but he's coming out on a regular card.
Oh, okay.
I don't think we'll ever see him on. If you look at what they've done on the retro cards, it's almost all been very popular characters that they can get away with doing repaints.
Yeah. So the Hydro Viper.
Wow.
Now, here's what surprised me about the Hydro Viper. When Wetsuit came out, he had more claw-looking flippers, way different from the eel or the ketchup or mustard divers from the Mass Device. And we thought those were it was like, oh, well, we're definitely getting Hydro Viper. These are his flippers. Well, we are getting Hydro Viper, but they're not his flippers. So it really surprised me that they did a new mold on the flippers. I know it's a simple thing, but I wasn't expecting that. That was a surprise to me. Overkill, that's probably one I won't pick up, because that's like you're getting into like 91, 92 when I really wasn't collecting, and I never really cared for that guy. He was a battlefield bat commander, and I'm sure that scratches the itch for some folks, but we're getting into the Echo Warriors and the neon. As you can see there, we're getting into some of the neon stuff on the line, and that doesn't do it for me.
And then the mystery figure, Larry.
That's going to be retro Wild Bill. It's either going to be on a retro card or in a box, but the Wild Bill that we got with the Dragonfly was in his green, like his olive drab that the figure was in with the tan vest. This is going to be like blue with the orange vest, like we saw in, I believe, in the cartoon.
Have they not done Wild Bill outside of the HasLab yet?
No.
Oh, no. Wow.
No, they have not done Wild Bill. We just got Crazy Legs is announced, and he's coming out on a retro card. And then Hit and Run has been announced. Or not Hit and Run. Ripcord has been announced, and we've not gotten him yet. But those guys were all part of that. And if it's Benny, if it's Bravestar, I better get a 30-30 with him. That's all I'm saying. And then, this one we knew was coming because they did the Sergeant Slaughter with Mercer. So now we have Red Dog and Taurus, and now you've got Slaughter's guys from the movie all together, and those look pretty cool. They did a really good job with those guys. I dig them.
Rick Jones, plot twist: it's Cowboy Snake Eyes.
Hey, you never know. We haven't gotten version 3. They skipped straight to version 4. And Zanya, now they're getting into stuff that's a little newer. She was introduced when Devil's Due took over the comic license. I'm not necessarily a fan of her character, but I want the chameleon for my Zartan. So I'll probably pick this up. But what they did here that I think was smart is between the goggles, the hat, and the mask, you could army build this to get a bunch of female dreadnoks in various different outfits and a bunch of swamp skiers.
That's the kind of vehicle build that I think they should start doing for Cosmic Legions.
Yeah.
Just like
a bike
sort of
type,
little
like
one person, something small. Yeah.
Or maybe like the glider, like a wing glider or something.
Yeah. And then, and here's another one that's a little later in the line, but I will be picking up because who doesn't love Ninja Force? And they've given us a smattering of those throughout. And I'm a sucker for anything Zartan. So I never got that one in the original line, but I always thought that design was just ugly enough that I needed to have it. So I'm looking forward to getting that.
I think that was it for those. Yeah. Oh, and then we have Hasbro announcing licenses for the movies, the Voltron movie, which has Henry Cavill, right? And then the Street Fighter movie that's coming out. That's all just announcements of those things.
Interesting. I wonder if if it's Hasbro, they do Transformers, so I wouldn't be surprised to see some nice mecha for the Voltron stuff.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we haven't seen much for the Voltron. Like,
when is that supposed to come out?
I don't know, but I heard that they finished up shooting like a long time ago.
Really?
We haven't seen a teaser or trailer or anything, as far as I know.
Okay.
Let me look it up and see. Okay. So it says here, there's no release date here. Premise, cast, production. Hasbro signed, blah, blah, blah. No, there's not. Here's casting, filming wrapped on May 24th, 2025. It's in post-production. It's in post-production now.
That's got to be coming out this year then.
It's for sure, but it's not saying it all.
But isn't that weird? It's like
if they don't have a date
ago
yet,
that they finished shooting and we haven't seen anything. That seems like a long time.
Yeah. If they haven't announced a date yet, it's got to be fall. I mean, they've been announcing summer movies already for a while.
It says here mid to late. IMDb suggests it'll be a mid to late 2026 release.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My prediction is they'll get their ass kicked for an hour and 58 minutes, and then the last 2 minutes they'll form Voltron and beat the bad guy.
So you've seen the cartoon.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, they're nothing if not consistent.
Yeah. Why can't our Lions beat these guys? I don't know. Maybe let's form Voltron and get that cool sword.
It all comes down to the sword. If you know anything about the 80s, you got He-Man, you got Lion-O, you got Voltron. You got to have the sword. Otherwise, you're done.
Satanic Goat saying they did a viewing in LA.
Oh, really?
Really? Well, I would be interested to see that.
I don't even know any of the other people besides Henry that's in it.
Yeah, I don't either. That's the only thing I was aware of. I didn't even know filming had wrapped until you just now said that.
What? Someone say. Benny says, I did see the sneak peek Bravestar figure from Hasbro. That was a fake, I'm sure.
Yeah, I've not heard anything about them having the.
Is someone's making Super 7 making Bravestar?
There have been some third party that have made
I know
some
that.
really nice Black Bravestar and 3030 figures. I don't
like
know
Ramen Toys or something
yeah.
But I thought I saw.
When I think about that property, I think of that. My brain goes to Masters of the Universe and Thundercats and Tiger Sharks and Silverhawks. So I think, well, Super 7 should have that. That shouldn't even be a question.
Yeah.
Mondo's doing 112 Bravestar figures.
Oh, that's what it was. Mondo. I think. Yeah, I think that's right. That's right.
Is that real?
Yep. I think I saw something like that. Like, they didn't show any pictures or anything, but I think they showed like a license. I knew I saw someone.
Well, if they look half as good as the 2002 Masters, I might end up grabbing at least Marshall Bravestar.
Yeah. All right.
Someone needs to do Black Star. I agree 100%. I would love to have a Black Star line. I would love that so much.
Oh, did Ryan do the horse too?
There was I didn't know they did 3030. I remember, gosh, this must have been 10 or 15 years ago. It was when Mattel was still making classics. One of the early third-party manufacturers created a custom kit that you could take a Classics He-Man and turn it into John Bravestar. It came with like the sword and the bracers and a different head, and then the thing on that he wore on his chest. I mean, it looked really, really good.
All right, I think that does it. I felt like there was more news, but that's all I had on my slideshow there. Any other news items that you guys were thinking about?
No, I sent you the only stuff that I was aware of.
Yeah.
Yeah, not that I am aware of.
Cool.
I mean, did we touch on the DC Mattel stuff? I think that happened after last episode, right?
We mentioned they did show some stuff, right? Yeah, I haven't.
They've got like a kids line coming out.
Yeah, they've not shown the collector stuff yet. We're supposed to see that at Toy Fair.
I mean, it was pinless. I can say that, but I don't.
Yeah, did you think it was weird though that they had double knees but no double elbows?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
That was kind of odd to me. Call it the line of half measures.
And it's like, I think that one they said was 6.5 inches, right? It's like somewhere. So. It's like somewhere in between. It's in between Marvel.
But they were using verbiage in that announcement, talking something hinting at being in direct competition to Marvel Legends. I'm thinking that it's going to be the exact same scale. Excuse me, the exact same scale.
We did talk Hasbro Voltron. Not a lot to talk about, really, but yeah, we did.
I really hate that. I mean, there are issues with McFarlane figures. None of his figures have ever been perfect. He's done some really good looking stuff. What bums me out is now that Mattel's got the line, I'm going to have to buy Keaton Batman again. I'm going to have to buy Dark Knight Returns Batman again. There's all these versions.
Like, I'm there with you.
I mean, I don't know. I'm waiting to see what Mattel does. I'm pretty happy with my McFarlane collection at this point. So
I love my little movie row of all of the. I found, because I could never find it online. In a random Target week before last, I found Batman Returns, Keaton Batman. And,
so good, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, man! What a great figure that is.
I think that's the best one McFarlane's done so far.
Now, did you get the regular Batman that came with the Batmobile?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that one was really good too. But yeah, I mean, all of them are. His Pattinson's good. His Affleck's good. His Christian Bale. I mean, he did a great job with the movie Batman. That
whole
figures.
Batman Returns wave was awesome. The
really
Penguin,
was.
Max Schreck, Catwoman, they all look great.
They really did. It's like here at the end, he's finally figuring it all out. Too bad.
Yep. And I saw somebody on Instagram that did a really cool custom of Bob, Joker's goon from the first movie, and using the McCready body from Thing, the NECA one.
Oh wow!
And so I've my buddy picked one up for me at Ross and sent it to. So I'm gonna be doing a custom of that because I got to
let us see how that ends up looking. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Snappage says Nacelle has been quiet. I'm waiting for their first wave of Star Trek should be dropping soon. I think I do have Wayun on pre-order. I'm only gonna get that one for now, just to kind of see how it is. But
I'd be kind of quiet too if my biker mice and sectars all went on clearance. Nobody wanted them.
Hey, old Snappage, did Grandpa Munster, how authentic is he? Does he have his cocaine fingernail? That's what I want to know. Someone had said something else in here. McFarlane went pretty deep with character selection. No guarantee Mattel has that same. I don't know. When Mattel had the line before, they ended up going pretty obscure before they lost it, and it went to McFarlane. They went pretty deep on that. And if I recall correctly, I have to look because I've got a bunch of the Batman figures from that line. They did a good job with some of those figures. I mean, and that was, I guess it's been 10 or 12 years. So manufacturing and sculpting standards have come a long way. I'm interested to see what they can do,
especially the leg crotch area. It goes back. That's it. It was, it's pretty rough.
Yeah. But they had the sculpts that they worked from. I thought a lot of them were really, really nice.
Well, I mean, the Horsemen did a lot of those.
So. Oh, I didn't realize that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go. One of the things that McFarlane has done a great job with are some of his more bestial figures, like Bane from the last Night on Earth, and that was a Build-A-Figure, and then also the Bane from Nightfall. I love those humongous, just chunky, ridiculously out of proportion figures. Like I've got those two next to my Mathex Nightfall Bane and Batman, and that Bane looks almost normal.
Wasn't the Bane the one that they it looked really great, but they didn't give him a fist hand? Like he had no fist, he had two open hands. So people were upset.
I'd have to go in my room and look because they did a repaint of that in comic colors, and I want to say that one did come with fists. Gotcha. I'll have to look and see.
I think you might be right, but I think that was a 2-pack, right?
Yeah, it was him and Batman.
It came with Batman.
With Batman. Yeah.
I think it's the one where Batman's all tattered up.
Yeah, he's all beat to hell. Yep. It was all of his Nightfall stuff was good. The only thing that McFarlane did not do that I wanted him to do is he did not do just a regular sort of Azrael. He did Azrael from White Knight. He did the red version, and he did the white version, and he did the Batman version. But he's never done just a regular version 1 Jean-Paul Valley Azrael. And I really, really would love for him to get one of those out before he's done, because that's like the one that I really want. I've never seen that figure done properly.
I wish he would have done he did it in Super Friends, the Lex Luthor Super Friends look with the purple
and green. Yeah,
I wish he would have done that in Masterverse. Like that would have been a cool figure.
Yeah.
He really has not done a really good Lex Luthor. So
no, really hasn't.
All right, guys. My wife just got home, and I think instead of going downstairs, this is probably a good time to wrap it up. It is 10 o'clock. Curtis, what's your next thing?
My next thing is mail call tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern with Blake. And then tomorrow night on Offworld, we're going to be doing a bracket of the best MOTU character. So we got 64 of the best MOTU characters in a bracket. We're going to see who comes out on top.
Nice.
So
that'll be interesting.
All right. And we'll be back in 2 weeks as usual. And hopefully probably around then, we'll probably have Rising Suns starting to show up, and my video train will get back on the tracks again at that point.
There you go.
So, all right, everybody, thanks for watching. And until next time, may the force be with you.
Follow me into